All right, everyone. So there's an old clip surfacing of an interview that Randy Orton did talking about potentially wrestling John Cena at WrestleMania one on one and for a championship. Now, this came out before his farewell tour, retirement tour was announced, but this is why it's resurfacing. So here is the interview.
Somehow find myself in a situation where I'm fighting Cena at WrestleMania for the title. Now, I don't know how you get there. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
We're manifesting here.
But I have never wrestled John at WrestleMania in a singles match.
Oh.
So that, and we had some wars back in the day. So like being able to revisit that after all this time, I think it's not only something that I would want, I think the fans would eat it up too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we did a little research and we tracked down this clip to January 17th, 2024. Fightful did an article on it. So listen, you never know, was this something that was planted there for future use, right? Because this was this year, so maybe this was all part of WWE's long-term planning. Or it could have just been something Randy was saying, and then, it ended up almost coming true here. Because I do see a path where this can happen. Now, is it going to be for the championship? That's an interesting question. Will it be for the title? I'm not entirely sure. But I will say, we talked about, obviously, before Money in the Bank, there were heel turn rumors for Randy Orton. Those actually did not come to fruition, at least yet. And Cena's going to need a rival. He's going to need somebody to, kind of battle it out with, and Randy Orton certainly would fit that. The question is, how does that all work out? How does this all come together? And, this is part of the problem. We talked about this in prior videos where WWE is in one of those spots where it's like, it's a great spot to be in, but it makes things much tougher. They have so much talent, you don't really know what to do with all of it. Because although Cody Rhodes is the biggest star, unquestionably, right? So he obviously is the guy you want to have the title. Randy Orton and John Cena, that's a big time match that could really sell some pay-per-views. And so who do you put Cody with now after Solo and the Bloodline is taken care of? Where does Cody turn next? I think that's part of the big question is, if we believe, and we do because we've talked about this, if we believe that the Bloodline is going to turn into a Civil War type storyline where you have, half of the Bloodline facing the other half of the Bloodline, an internal fight between the Bloodline, the newer version versus the older version, then that leaves Cody needing somebody, right? That leaves Cody needing somebody to spar against, and that person, could that be Randy Orton? That would make some sense. But then the question becomes, if it is Randy Orton, then who is it that, does Randy Orton actually beat Cody Rhodes and end up with the title? And then that's how we get to this John Cena versus Randy Orton storyline down the road. That would make some sense, but also, how do you take a title off Cody Rhodes when he's red hot? There's just so many factors that the WWE has to kind of figure out here. And so maybe we just get Orton Cena without a title. That could be where the kind of, middle of the road here is, right? Because you want to keep Cody with the title, but you also want to see Orton Cena. But also, Cena might want to go for that 17th. So how does that work into it? So we will see. But this is, I think, a video that may end up being very telling in the future. So thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.